Hello everyone and welcome to Best Home Body. I'm Rupi and today I have the review of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. If you are here, probably you want to have a better understanding of how your mind works. You want to know what the subconscious mind is and how to use it. Have you ever asked yourself how you can be more positive, more confident? How can you succeed in pretty much everything you do? Do you just want to be happier? If your answer is yes to any of those questions, this might be the book for you. But before you go ahead and buy it, let's check it out. The first part of the book talks about what is the subconscious mind and how we can use it to succeed in life. There is an analogy with a piece of metal that when magnetized can lift up to 20 times its own weight. However, before being magnetized, it cannot even lift a single feather. In the same way, someone that is failing all the time can use the power of the mind to succeed in life. The secret is within the subconscious mind. Using it, we can bring power, wealth, and happiness to our life. We already have that. We just need to learn how to use it, which requires a process and some practice to master it. Dr. Murphy recommends to stop trusting false beliefs and start believing in eternal realities. One of those realities is the reality of life, realities that never change. It is not so much about being positive, it is more about being realistic. It is said that it's not what we believe what brings us results. It is a matter of trusting the subconscious. It will work in our favor to obtain what we desire. We only have one mind, but it has two parts: the objective and the subjective, the conscious and the subconscious. Conscious mind is in charge of planting the seed, and the subconscious will work on growing and harvesting the crop. We just need to plant good things, and the subconscious will do the rest. We can think of the subconscious mind as the captain of a ship, and the subconscious as a crew. The subconscious will never argue with the captain. It will do whatever the conscious mind asks for. However, just like the crew, the subconscious has all the knowledge and it will use them to fulfill the captain commands. For example, if right before falling asleep you ask to, wake up at 6 a.m., you will undoubtedly wake up at that time. This is something I actually already tried myself. And it didn't work the first time, but after a couple of days, I no longer have to use an alarm and I no longer have to ask for it. The idea is already carved in my subconscious. You control what your mind does. You just have to choose happiness and abundance. The subconscious works all the time. It works 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it actually works better when you are asleep. Thinking back in how I used to be, I was very skeptical about thinking positive. I thought I was too smart to think that way. I thought that was not the real world. But I'm glad I got my hands on this book at the right time. In a point of life where I was ready to listen and read about things beyond my own conceptions of reality. Now, to be honest, I think it was just my ego talking. If you are like me and still think that way, then I recommend you reading The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I just finished reading that one a few days ago, and Miguel gave us a great explanation on why we think the way we do and explains the differences between reality and our personal dreams. That is what we usually call our own reality. Okay, but getting back to our book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Controlling our mind is not about magic, it is about understanding how our mind works and how we can use it in our benefit. Now that we know what the subconscious mind is and how it works, Dr. Murphy talks about how we can use it and the different techniques that we can implement in our daily routine. We can even influence the way our body works by using our minds. From a biological point of view, the subconscious resides in our solar plexus. The solar plexus is a collection of two different bundles of nerves that intertwine and reside at the central location in the abdomen, just behind the stomach. It is a key part of the nervous system and keeps our organs working smoothly. According to Dr. Murphy, the subconscious mind is omnipotent and omniscient in our body. It doesn't only know how to keep your organs working, but it is actually the architect behind their creation. In other words, if the subconscious mind is capable of creating your organs, it should be able to fix them. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but let's use an example to see if we can understand what he's talking about. By using hypnosis, a patient can suffer from fever, congestion, and shivers. If during hypnosis you tell a man that he has paraplegia, the man will in fact not be able to walk. You can even put a glass of water in front of a patient and tell him that it is full of pepper, and that person will actually sneeze. This is an actual indication that the source of any illness is the mind. The next part is a little confusing, and believe me, this is the part that confuses me the most. Dr. Morphy claims that the subconscious is universal, and somehow yours and mine are linked together, allowing us to influence in other people's subconscious in a positive way just by praying. We don't need to understand the science behind anything. What we need to do is have faith in the infinite power and knowledge of the subconscious. What we can do is plan how we're going to ask for whatever we want to achieve. Now let's take a look to some of the techniques that we can use to influence into our subconscious. We have the technique of assignment, the visualization technique, the Boudoir technique, the technique of somnolence, and the technique of being grateful. Let's check them out one by one and see what they are about. The first one is the technique of the assignment, and this is the most basic one of all of them, and it is about asking your subconscious to work in your favor. For example, if you have an illness, you need to tell yourself that you are getting better and believe that the subconscious is already working on making it a reality. The next one is the visualization technique. This time it is all about seeing images in your mind. You need to think about yourself doing all the things that you need to do in order to accomplish whatever you want and actually getting the results that you want to get. Next is the Boudoir technique, if I am pronouncing it correctly. Charles Boudoir was a professor at the Rousseau Institute in France. If we use his method, we need to first get into a state of drowsiness and then start thinking about the thing you want to accomplish. Then condense the idea into a brief phrase you can easily remember, and then just repeat it as if it was a lullaby. Now we have the technique of somnolence. The subconscious is at its peak right before falling asleep and right after waking up. If you want to get rid of a destructive habit, first get into a comfortable position, relax your body, and try to enter into a state of drowsiness. Then you need to tell yourself you are entirely free of that habit. Harmony and spiritual peace are supreme. You have to repeat this for 5 to 10 minutes before going to sleep and right after waking up. Whenever the bad habit comes up, repeat loudly and your awareness will help you to get out of it. Now, last but not the least, we have the technique of being grateful. Think about a father promises his kid to buy him a car when he is done with high school. The kid doesn't even need to see the car to feel the joy of already having it. He knows that his dad is going to fulfill his promise and he will end up having the car. In the same way, we can imagine the outcome we are seeking and feel the joy of the accomplishment. If we have faith in the subconscious, it will work in our favor. I don't want to make this too long. The rest of the book is just about how we can use these and more techniques in different aspects of our lives, such as helping us to become rich, help us to sleep better, help us to achieve happiness, have harmonious human relations, helping us to forgive others, remove mental blocks, and get rid of the fear. If you made it all the way here, I want to thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I hope this book can help you as much as it helped me, and hope you can use all these techniques to improve your life. Thanks again, I'm Rupi, and this is Best Homebody.